What's up, YouTube? Happy Monday to you. It's Mr. Ferguson here from Central North Carolina. I am out at the church at the project lawn. I've not forgot about you guys this time. So we're going to go over here very quickly and take a look at the Iron Cutter Bermuda. For those that may not have be up to speed on the what are you doing now? I don't even know what he's talking about or what he's been doing. Just quickly, I want to tell you the Iron Cutter Bermuda. We started with some plugs last August, very late into summer, and when we planted those, it was late in the season, so didn't have much time with summer heat to be able to even develop or anything like that. But those are actually doing the best right now, and we'll show you that here in a second. And then later on this season, somewhere around March or April, I ordered some more plugs and put those in, and those are behind obviously the plugs that we did in August. So but as I mentioned in the previous video, this project lawn has looked hideous. Again, I've been out in Myrtle Beach. I have been, prior to the Myrtle Beach trips, coming out every Wednesday, every Sunday and mowing it with a real mower just to knock it down to about an inch or lower, to promote growth, right? And watering it when I can, when we have these dry spells. So but when I got back from Myrtle Beach, it was overgrown, long, looked like trash, and didn't want to make a video about that. But the last time I came up here on a Thursday, and I actually mowed it all down. The area with the Iron Cutter Bermuda, I've mowed it all down, and I sprayed a combination of the I can't remember, it's one of my summer 2,4-D products, but also the Gordon's, I think, Trimec with crabgrass killer, because even though I did pre-emergent, I'm seeing a little bit of crabgrass, I do believe, popping up over here. So the weeds have been a challenge to keep it out of the Iron Cutter Bermuda, so wanted to set that up for you. So I have not even went over here and looked at what it looks like after spraying the 2,4-D 3 days ago. We should see some effects. We should see some death, and it was a pretty strong mix. So let's go over here. Let's take a look at it real fast. So I'm actually re-recording this part because it's after church now, and the shadow that was way over here kind of blocking the Bermuda has moved back over. Thank you, Brent, the loud motorcyclist from our church. So here we are. So again, as I just mentioned in the intro, which I filmed like an hour and a half ago, and I can't remember exactly what I said, but I put down a very strong 2,4-D mix. I can't remember the name of the T word of the 2,4-D that I use, but it's a summer. It works better in summer, and you can see it is working. But also the Gordon's Trimec, but that also contains some quinclorac, which includes crabgrass killer, which is what quinclorac is. So we've definitely got, and I put down some pre-emergent over here, which is shocking to me because I see a whole lot of crabgrass that has popped up, and I showed that in the early filming, but this is what we're looking at. So we finally got it to where the guy that cuts the grass, I've told him, hey, you're clear to cut this, we're not babying this thing anymore, it's grown, it's in place, but I still come out here and real mow it. I let the sprinkler set all throughout church. And so the plugs that we planted in August, you can clearly see are starting to show signs of coming together. Basically from here to over here, and you can see all the weeds in between that we've been cutting, and when it was overgrown, you can see where the brown is. That's where I had to cut it when it was overgrown. So it's not looking fertilized green or anything like that, but you can see the ones we did in August are really starting to jump and go. So I thought maybe planting that in August was a mistake, but now I'm thinking that was a very smart move, because now it's ready, set, go for this summer and this spring. So that's what we're seeing here. Let me adjust the camera back to normal. Now the ones that we did earlier this spring, I still feel like they finally may have been established, and you have to look. This is some type of grass plant right here that has popped up. It's not fescue. It's something else. It's really annoying, and it doesn't look like 2,4-D is going to harm it at all. But you do have this over here that is crabgrass, and that quinclorac absolutely is torching this crabgrass that has popped up over here. So it's a matter, it should turn purple here soon. But these are the runs like right in this area. These are the plugs that I did earlier this spring, and they are starting to expand. They're just way behind on the August ones that are really starting to move over there. Let me get out the sprinkler. I watered this all during church, but I want to do it some more. And I don't know if I guess the guy, he's a young boy that comes out and cuts the grass. Clearly he didn't move the hose to get this section right here, but the spray is absolutely torching all of these weeds. So that's good to see. So there's not much to show you, but we are making progress. And that's why I'm not giving you guys week by week updates on this. It's just, it looks ugly. It's difficult to keep the weeds out, but we are still not fully like embraced in constant 85-degree plus weather here in North Carolina where the Bermuda likes it, right? We've not hit that yet. I think we're starting to move into that area of the season, and this should really start to take off. And again, I'm trying to give it water, trying to get my wife to help me out and give it water when it needs water. But really, being only here twice a week, I'm trying to mow it every time I come, especially if they're not hitting it with the church staff. And also to do this, water it as well. I have the remainder of the 3000G from GCI Turf that I'm going to eventually put down. The difficulty I find, it's almost better, I think, to spray this. It's hard to granularly fertilize this because you're fertilizing the weeds as well, right? And you're so you got to constantly stay on top of spraying for weeds, but also when we're fertilizing the weeds. And liquid may be a better option. I don't know. Let me know if there's any pros that deal with Bermuda and you try. Obviously, this is not the established way, the best way to do this. A sod, totally easy, best way to go. Sprigs, totally easier because everything's growing up and you got a full on in a matter of time, where I'm learning with these plugs, it takes time. It's going to take some time here, and that's fine. This is, I mean, it looks kind of trashy now. As somebody I just read on my phone for one of my other videos, you're your own worst critic. That's exactly right. We're making progress, but we're at the point where once we can get these bad boys up and running, I really feel like at the end of this summer, these plugs right here that were soon established, that we've planted not too long ago, we're already starting to make moves. This guy, not so much, but once they get firmly established and the heat starts to come, they're going to start branching out and running. And some of them better than others obviously are, but these, ones that we did in spring, these plugs right here, they're just not taking off yet. I think they will in months, but again, the ones we did in August that have really rooted, look at this. I mean, that is bigger than the size of my hand, and they're really starting to get close to each other right here. And the water's coming again. So we're seeing some progress more with the ones we did last summer, the end of last summer. And in most areas, this area, it looks like you can't even tell where the plugs are. They're really growing together. So we're making progress in some areas. It's going to take a long time, obviously, possibly 2 summers, maybe 3, to fill in this area, and it's not a big area. So if I had any advice for somebody, it's like, man, if you can get strips of sod of iron cutter, go that route. If you can do the sprig thing like Elevated Lawn showed, that is definitely a faster method. This is a super slow method, but if you're like, hey, I just want to watch it over time, do it, then hey, there's no problem in that if you've got the time and you're not anxious to have a lawn. What I find challenging is what you see over here. You've got weeds all over the place. You're trying to keep the weeds out. You got stuff like Poa annua that's still showed here in different areas. You got these different grass clumps that come up, and it makes it just look nasty. And it's dark in this area because of the HCU, that humic that's coated on that urea. So it doesn't look pleasant to the eye either. It looks like trash, like what the crap is going on here. But we know, as people that know grass, once we get the Bermuda going and it takes off, it's going to fill in this area eventually over time. It's difficult, and it's eventually, then all we got to do is spray the weeds, and it's not going to hurt the good Bermuda, right? But it's just taking time. And you can see over here some of this. So it's difficult to show you, obviously, with the water as well, but we're making progress. But I'm not going to come up here every week and update you guys on this, what looks like trashy project lawn. But it is interesting. It's teaching me things. I'm anxious to get it established. I like when I see this right here, and I do feel like I see some of the common maybe infiltrating the iron cutter a little bit. I don't know, that could be true. I wouldn't doubt if that's not true. It looks like we even got some fescue trying to come back over here. Looks like the last time I mowed, unless this was the lawn guy, which it could have been, he may have scalped it down a little bit, but you can see the August looks way better. And you know, hopefully these gaps, we've got runners all over the place, and hopefully that'll take place with these plugs over here as well. See, this is kind of long. I feel like it needs to be chopped down and scalped down and mowed down a little more as well. So nothing that we're going to update you guys over and over and over again week by week, but we'll keep you posted. And again, if you're an expert in this, if you've done this, if you've planted sod plugs, Bermuda plugs, you know, you got any advice about the weeds, let me know. Again, I try to do pre-emergent. Doesn't look like the pre-emergent really got into the soil. I don't know what, because we didn't, you know, all the areas over here we weren't digging or anything, but I see crabgrass. Don't see so much crabgrass over here. And again, look at this, look at that guy. Yeah, my mix was a good mix, and it's torching this guy. 2,4-D will torch, you know, and you can see all the effects of the 2,4-D. It has just been 3 days and it is going to work, and I love to see that. But it looks like more of the this side over here has got more of the crabgrass like over here. So I don't know if my mix, when I did pre-emergent, this is all looks like some crabgrass here. So it's a good chance to use that Gordon Trimec that I bought for my lawn and see how it works, and it's definitely showing signs of working. Again, the purple clearly means that it is, you know, it is taking effect, and you can see the burn marks on the leaf blade itself. So yeah, not looking great. Again, if you know this stuff better than I do, please comment below. It's a project. That's why we're over here in the middle of nowhere. We're not doing this for somebody's front lawn. I would never want to do or try anything like that, but it's fun to experiment. So I don't plan on putting any more plugs in. We got plenty. I just want what we got to expand and run. So there's your update. Let me know what your guys' thoughts. Sorry it's on an iPhone, and if the quality's not as good as before, let me know that, because I'll try to make sure I bring the GoPro up next time. But putting the last remnants of some water on this thing. We've already been watered it, like I said, 2 hours. So there we go. We'll hopefully be able to fertilize it soon, and keep water, keep mowing. So God bless you guys. Hope you enjoy the iron cutter update of this weird looking project lawn, and God bless you. We'll see you next time.